Hello, everybody in YouTube land. Give it a second to see if anyone comes in here. It's kind of late. Hello, everybody. I don't know that anyone's going to come in here. That's okay. Jesse, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Have you been a good boy, Jesse? If you have, Santa Claus may have some Lampropeltis for you. Everybody else is doing Christmas giveaways. Okay? So I'm sitting here thinking, I should probably do one too. Trying to figure out what to give away. I've been good, Jesse. A little disappointed I didn't hurt more this year. A lot of stuff going on in life. How did your year go? Did you meet all your goals? I know you had. I know you get out and herp a lot more than I do. Cold-blooded monsters in the house. Good to have you. Ariel, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hey Todd, TNT Balls, glad you're here. Not a lot, cold-blooded monsters. I don't really have anything to give away, but everyone's going live and entitling it Christmas giveaway. So I may come up with something to give away, but I don't know that I have anything. I mean, it's not like I have merch. It's not like I'm, cool, like, someone like Snakes on the Plains or someone like that, have merch to give away. I may give away my elf ears. I could do that. Stick my elf ears in an envelope and mail them to somebody. Cold. Man, hey Todd, I understand where it gets cold. We had like abnormal cold down here, like, like 3 below zero, wind chills a -20. Where I'm at down here in the south, we're not used to that kind of stuff. So it really is, it really gets crazy around here when it gets like that down here, because we've got fairly good infrastructure for it, but things like, power lines, the wind, stuff like that. We had a sleet come in, it flash freezed. There were like 40, 50 wrecks on the expressway the other day. My boy Jubal was out there four-wheeling and killing. He was knocking people off the road. Actually, gonna try for some wood frogs out here. Man, don't blame me a bit, Jesse. Wood frogs are one of the. I've got quite a few salamanders in Oklahoma. I've got most of the frogs that I can get around here, but wood frogs are something that I really need to pick up some steam on and go, because I kind of know where you know that I know that you know what we know as far as Oklahoma. Keep that to ourselves. We're going to keep that to our fellow elf brethren, because we don't want people jacking with the wood frogs. Yeah, man, I was getting like these videos from Jubal the other day. It's crazy. He's like trucks jackknifed and stuff. It was like all kinds of weird. Yeah, Ariel, we had a Christmas Eve thing, had family over at our house. I went through too much stress. Yeah, Cray Cray video that dropped today. Ariel, which one? Because I just watched your Christmas giveaway one. I just watched that one. Is that the Cray Cray one you're talking about? I did not catch the marathon. Had a house full of people. I figure I'm going to have to roll that on repeat. Morbid Sadistic Balls. How you doing, brother? How you doing, Morbids? Outdoors with Big Matt. Man, glad you popped in, because it's been a while since I've been to your channels, and I need to, and that's what I like about the comments section. That's why I like to have comments. It lets me know that you're watching me so I can get around and watch you. Ariel will be the first to vouch that I do follow those who follow me. Yeah, go try for them in another county. Got a good idea. Jesse, are you talking? Don't answer this if you don't want to, Jesse, but are you talking Oklahoma? Or are you kind of talking somewhere else? Because I've got a few things that I'm kind of kicking around where that could be. And once again, no comment, bro. Understand you. Just get out there and kill it, man. Yeah, our county record spotted Sally and a potential wood frog. Dude, that is huge. People, I guess wood frogs, I think if I remember correctly, wood frogs more common further east. They're on the eastern blip of the state in Oklahoma. And I know I want to say some people like in Tennessee or Arkansas are like, dude, it's a wood frog. What's the big deal? And I'm sitting there thinking, oh, dude, it's a huge deal for Oklahoma because they're just not out there. I know some people struggling with crayfish frogs. And I'm like, dude, that's one of the easiest amphibians I ever got. I mean, you just learn how to identify the call, then approach their spot without a flashlight. Because crayfish frogs, real skittish frogs, in my opinion. I want to say me and Goody were trying to film something like a few years back, and it just didn't work out because anytime you got the light out, man, they bolted and it's just, I mean, they're skittish frog. It's not like a bullfrog or coarse frog. They'll just sit there and let you film them. Gray tree frogs same way. It's like I tried just dadgum all one spring, 2 springs ago, I think, to try to film a crayfish frog, and I got this like little blip of unusable video where this crayfish looking frog blur goes through the screen. And it was just like, okay, I've got this video. I can prove that I found one, but I'm never going to use this video for anything because it sucks. Man, that is so cool, Jesse. For those of you guys don't know, you guys don't hit my channel or that hit my channel, don't see Jesse Whitlock a lot. The guy's one of the greatest of all time field herpers, in my opinion. Oklahoma produces some of the best in the country, if you ask me. I'd be willing to put some money behind that, literally, because like we have some areas in Oklahoma where you can find things if you really work hard for them. In other places, it's kind of like they're just things are just easy. I mean, I'm trying to bag on West Texas at all, but like it's not hard to like get a Mojave rattlesnake or a black-tailed rattlesnake, in West Texas. I mean, to me, it's not. Not trying to make you blush, bro. Just saying, man, you learned something somewhere. And now, older farts like me learning from people like you. So, man, no shame in the game. No shame in the game at all. To me, never has been. It's always been about who can be the better field herper. That's the way I look at it at the end of the day. Who can be, I mean, if you're finding something, I'll tell you this, Jesse. Go back years before the internet. Go back to the 90s. I remember writing people who worked at the Oklahoma City Zoo saying, "Hey, man, give me a hint on like milk snake locations because I heard there were some down around like the Oklahoma City area that were getting hit. Once again, no internet. You didn't have pictures. No one posted them. It was all word of mouth and hearsay. So it's like, I definitely look up to this younger generation, people like you, people like Jubal. Man, heck, people I used to drive to reptile shows or drive to field herp, now they're finding stuff and it's kicking my butt. Not gonna get mad about it. I'm just gonna learn from him, man. You're never too old. You're never too old to keep learning. I'll say that. Iced tea and elf ears, man. After a stressful Christmas family gathering, wasn't a bad one. It just kind of went sideways. Robbie S, how you doing? I'm glad you're here. Back to you, Ariel. Fifi's video. I want to say I did catch that. I've been kind of half in, half out, playing videos, running to the kitchen, pulling something out of the oven, um, checking on the stuff out back because we're still pretty cold here. Starting to warm up, but we're still pretty cold here. I am trying my hand at raising some African soft fur rats. Love my rodent provider, great dude. He's here local, gives me a great price, but sometimes like they run short on like pinky size, fuzzy size stuff like that. They definitely almost not bagging them because like right now there's like a big rodent shortage. But like I swore I'd never work rodents again. Now I sit here, I've got like a colony of like 9 African soft furs. I'm trying to make it pop. Back in the 80s when I volunteered at the Tulsa Zoo, you begged to work reptiles. And you had to do like 2 years in small mammals or birds with like no incidents, no accidents, no anything. This is like 1986, 1987, okay? This is like a long ass time ago. And that third year, you could go to reptiles if you had like excellent credentials, excellent safety record and stuff. That was being a zoo teen back in the day. And you go reptiles, all you do is clean a mouse colony, clean a rat colony. Got so sick of it, swore I would never ever do rodents again. Here I am today, trying to keep African soft furs alive. Go figure. Black Rose Gin. Man, much love to you guys. Missing being out your way. Literally. I know I say this like every time I talk to you, but that's how often I think about it. Is like I was talking to another buddy of mine the other day, and we were talking about like we have to get out there just to get some like landscape stuff for upcoming video projects we're working on. And definitely, Western Oklahoma is the bestern Oklahoma in my opinion. Now, once again, I'm basing that not on pro sports or infrastructure, but on nature and its availability. Love the west part of the state. Love you guys. Been keeping up with your posts. I've got a few thoughts. I kind of kept them to myself. But anyway, love to you guys, man. Just mad love to you guys, Jen. Derek, yeah, this is Elf Todd. This is Elf Todd. Elf Todd has had too much Christmas malarkey already today. And I'm thinking about hooking the dogs up to the sleigh and firing it off and going down the street and like hitting people's car windows with a baseball bat. Just because, I don't know, that way I will be in jail and I won't go through the family arguments tomorrow because we got another damn Christmas thing tomorrow. Okay, Jesse. Okay, let's put some perspective into that. Hey, Derek's Reptiles, Fries Critters. Hey, glad you're here, Fries Critters. Glad you could tune in from Australia. I've been watching some of your videos too, bud. I just haven't left a lot of comments. I need to do that, Fries, because you've been on my radar. Thank you for supporting. Oh, no worries, Fries. Good dude to support. Jesse Whitlock, Master Field Herper. Dude finds stuff that I don't. Man, I feel your pain, Derek. I feel your pain. Let's just say I feel your pain. That's why I'm like half delirious, hopped up on painkillers, and I think I'm an elf. West is better than East. You say shoot, not sure about that. Jesse, are we talking amphibians? Or are we talking Lampropeltis? Jesse, I want to know. Amphibians, Lampropeltis, or are you talking about in general? I literally am going to freeze this thing till Jesse gives up the answer on this. Because, like, to me, okay, I have this theory, Jesse. I think you kind of like what you don't have. Like, I know people from Western Oklahoma come over here, they want to see a cottonmouth. I'm like, God, I can hit you with 20 of them. They're easy. Of course, they're easy over here. They're not easy, or they're not. I wouldn't say they don't exist in the West, other than a few pockets. You know, like down. You know what I'm talking about. But it's like that's what I'm saying. Like like to see a glossy snake, that'd be a big thing for me. You know me, I love my croats. See any croat, always a good day. Lamps in the West are better. I'll give you that. Fibs are better. Oh yeah. Well, one thing I like about the fibs in the West is that like the spadefoot toads, and like down in the Southwest, you get some of those green toads, things like that. Stuff you don't have around here. But we do have all the Sallies over here on the east and southeast. So, I feel you there. Hey, I did see that. I saw where Fungus Queen came by your house, Derek, and I saw that on Instagram, and I thought, my God, are these like people going into a football stadium to freeze their butts off in this kind of weather? And sure enough, that looks like what they did. And then they think venomous keepers are crazy. I don't know. Just kidding, Fungus Queen. No offense if you're watching. I'm glad she got to stop by. Hubs asked if you're trying to give him a run for his money on the beard. Let me tell you something, Jen. There's a woman in my life, you've probably met her, and she is giving me an awful lot of pressure about getting rid of this thing. She's like, I didn't want to kiss you with you. Get the freaking mop on your face. And I'm sitting there going, well, that's okay, because like the honeymoon like ended I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I hope she doesn't watch this in replay. Um, exactly, Jesse. That's kind of my point. It's like I can always go find an eastern copperhead, a broad-banded copperhead. Um, the one water snake that like I do appreciate, the broad-banded. We don't have them here. Like I'll pass up 20 plain bellies. I'll never touch a plain belly unless I'm trying to make a video with one or something like that. But now broad-banded, something that once again, I don't see those till you get south of McAllister, and and it's just kind of the the dynamic of you want to see what you don't have. And hell, the whole state has western rat snakes. Like Great Plains, we have them over here, but they're not as common as out west. I've got a real affinity for Great Plains rat snakes. A lot of people don't know that, but the Emery complex, I don't know. There's something about them. They just do something for me. I don't know what it is. And hell, I was it you or Jubal that found a Slowinski in the state? Let me know. And Jess, if you're up in Kansas, shouldn't you be seeing those? Or are you in a part of the state where they're not? Like, I'd think at least central and western Kansas, you'd have a lot of emery. Um, I could be wrong. I don't get up there enough. I need to get up to the Flint Hills. I especially need to hit the Flint Hills. Gotcha, Morbids. Last time you shaved 5 years ago for your wedding? I don't know. Who knows? I may be going through a divorce if I don't shave soon. Sell every snake you have and buy all Amazon tree boas. Um, eh. Yeah, man, have fun with that, Derek. I like Amazon tree boas. I just don't like caring for them. Found them right outside before they were described as species in which. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. No chondro. Gotcha, Jesse. Man, I hear you. And I would second your opinion on the East being the spot for the fibs. And I would think you would see more milks in the East in Oklahoma, I would think. But the ones in the West are just fire. I mean, and once again, all I know are the pictures. Because I've seen a handful of milks in Eastern when I've been out with Babbitt. You know what I'm saying. Hey, Mr. Jays, you snuck in. I'm getting some kind of lag in the comments, so guys, if I miss something, my apologies. But oh god, I mean, I appreciate you guys coming and visiting tonight. Um, how is your Christmases going, man? Like, let me know in the comments if you want to. Have you already had Christmas? Is all your Christmas drama going on tomorrow? Um, you know, definitely let me know that because if I can't catch it in the live, I'll catch it later or something. Let me know who to I don't know, pray for, send money to, whatever. Give like a used Sony AX53 battery to. I don't know, something like that. Um, Live stream tomorrow marathon. Ariel, you're doing so many marathons, it's hard to keep up. I appreciate you though. And I appreciate Fries stopping by, man. It's first time I think I've ever seen you in one of my lives. I know I've watched some of your vids. Excuse me. At the end of the day, Oklahoma overall as a state is, and that's kind of what I think, Jesse, is I had friends move here from Pennsylvania and huge snake enthusiast, or she is. And she's like, how do you have like Western diamondback rattlesnakes and timber rattlesnakes in the same state? And I was like, well, we've got like 6 or 7 different biomes here. We've got swamps in the southeast. We've got desert in the southwest. We've got, plains in the northwest and north central. Then we've got kind of a mix of everything in that northeast, pocket. Then you get right on the east. When you get right on that east line, you kind of start edging into Arkansas and that kind of habitat. So, um, hey, I appreciate it, Fries. Man, I hear you, Morbids. Yeah, I'm sporting a nice beard, and the wife's trying to kill it. So I may just make these elf ears permanent. I may just like glue these things on and like go down to like grocery store or something with her and be like, "It's the beard or the elf ears. You gonna have one or the other." I'm gonna have his damn divorce. I pull some stuff like that. Jesse, I will shoot you. I will shoot you my number. Man, I tell you, dude, it's just me and you. Just one. I almost generally have to plan like a week in advance anymore to get out. Either that or I get lucky and escape. We built a new house here, man, and that building a new house from the bottom up, it will take a solid 2 years out of your life. Um, I don't recommend it. I would never do it again. The wife said something about, oh, we could build another house sometime, and I'm like, it better be like in West Texas or New Mexico or Arizona. Otherwise, you and your next husband can build a house wherever y'all like. I'm sorry, man. I'm through building houses, not building another one unless it's in Arizona. Jesse, I put in an offer for 17 acres of land in West Texas, down by Alpine. Um, showed the location to Jubal. He said, so, not the best place for snaking, but I don't know if he's going to take it. I kind of lowballed the guy. Didn't mean to, but I kind of got the idea he's wanting to sell, and he may have just got better money for it. Just never called me back. But I met the guy at lunch. We were eating at Nola's over on Cherry Street. He just starts talking about, "Hi, I'm Mike," and I'm like going, "Okay, hi, I'm Todd. It's my wife." He's like, "Man, you wouldn't want to know anyone who'd want to buy some land in West Texas, do you?" I'm like, "Is this like heaven sent, like falling right in my lap?" Um, and that's what I was talking about with Jubes. He's like, "Man," he's like, "Dude, you get the land there, you win-win either way because the land, even though it's like." Jubes kind of threw at. I take it like Jubes threw it from Jubes' angle, like, "Oh yeah, man, there's Aatrox there." Like, okay, like, one, I love Aatrox. I mean, I know it's super common. Western people are, Western Oklahoma people, they don't care about Aatrox because hell, they see them all the time. I get that. Totally, totally, totally. But like Jube said, dude, you can be in Arizona. You can be at the hot spot in Arizona in 4 to 6, I think you said 4 to 6 hours from where this land was. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been down to West Texas. Um, dude, land in Arizona is pretty cheap, Jesse. Man, I'm going to have to get with you because the stuff I've been looking at has not been that cheap. I think it's a little too close to Tucson. I think if I could get a little further away, I could be I could be doing it. But maybe I'm getting too close to Tucson because God knows I don't want to move the wife that far away from the shopping mall or whatever. You know what I mean? Aatrox are all right snakes. I'd rather see the Aatrox from out east. Hey, man, I love the Arkansas Aatrox. Man, to me that I like finding them. I also like the Timbers. Not gonna lie. I like the Western Aatrox. I really like the Prairie Rattlesnake. The Prairie Rattlesnake, the Western Massasauga. Those are my two favorite. Fries critters. What do I keep? Aatrox, Massasauga, Western Massasauga, and Crotalus viridis, which is the Prairie Rattlesnake. I have a few odds and ends here and there. Um, just had I just had a puff adder, Bitus Arians. Ended up selling him back to the guy that I bought him from, and I had a couple of neotropical croats. I want to say they were sold as Crotalus simus. Then I had another guy look at him, and he was kind of thinking, are these Zabacans? And this dude who really, really knows rattlesnakes, long-haired Viking guy. You might see him around the internet sometimes. But he knows his rattlesnakes. So it's kind of like we kind of got in this debate. Isn't the guy who sold him to this guy really knows what he's talking about, but this guy knows what he's talking about, and they kind of clashed on the IDs. So, but once again, that was part of that batch I sold back to the guy. And I'm kind of glad I did because really neotropicals long term not something I want to work with. It's Viridis, Aatrox, Western Massasauga. Pygmies are probably my favorite hots in Oklahoma. Eh, You know, Jess, I feel the same way. It's like you can do like 10 copperheads and then copperheads start to get old. I can still appreciate them, but they just every dadgum pygmy you see um, has has just this attitude, and everyone's different. I've just not had any luck with keeping them, so I kind of abandoned it. But all the ones I tried to keep were small wild caughts. and I think they have a hard time adapting to captivity. Um, you keep carpet python, chondro, lace monitor, and knobtail geckos. When you talk about or chondro, are you talking about like green tree pythons? Which I think they're Morelia now, but they'll always be chondropython to me. Had buddies into them. I want to say I had a don't know if it's knobtail gecko. I had a Nephris wheeleri. I want to say that was it. Probably about 12, 13 years ago. Got in a bad spot and had to sell him. Kind of, it was an Australian barking gecko, is what they were. In adult, they can be so much easier. They tend to be so much easier. I collected. Oh God, man, you're killing me, Jesse. You're killing me. Like, okay, I'll tell you this much. I collected three juveniles from an area where they're super common. Um, you know what I'm talking about. And they there's just a lot of them there, tons, scads, and I collected like four over one summer, and like they were all like about this long. I wouldn't say like newborns, but like not fully grown adults. And first two died, wouldn't eat. The third one actually, think a little further east. Think about Becky, okay? Think about Becky. Remember Becky the milk snake? I had nothing to do with that. You remember Becky the milk snake? Think about there. Think about east of Okima, north of Henrietta. Okay? I should have given you a real good hint. But yeah, they're all over down by your place too. Yeah, Becky, rest in peace. Dadgum, that would have been. I was talking to Kyle when all that went down. He's like, "Man, I'm going to give you this pin. If you share it with anyone, I'm going to beat you up." And I'm like, "Okay, dude, man, I'm not going to give it to anybody. Hell, I'm going to freaking do a rain dance if I go down there and flip a milk." Because man, milk's something I just always struggled with because I'm lazy. I'm used to having, I'm used to like okay, here's what it used to be. I used to, pick up Kevin or Jubal and be like, man, like I'll drive you there. You flip all the rocks. Now they got old enough to drive. They all have their own cars. Now it sucks for me. So now I try to get my wife to flip the rocks. That does not work out so well. I tell you, I need to get better at flipping rocks. I need to get like a pad thing or something for my knees because I've got such bad arthritis in my ankles and my knees that like I do like 10 rocks and I'm like freaking whooped. And you know Jess as well as I do that does not bode well for spring flipping. Hey, thank you, Morbids. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, Becky, rest in peace. Yeah, it's like, man, like I was like going to go down there the next day when Kyle threw out that photo to us, and we're like, oh my god, like really. And then I got the backstory on what happened. And the guy that did that, I've wanted to kill him ever since. Don't drop his name in here because I still do want to kill him. Maybe a few of his friends too. Just, I don't know. I just don't like the guy. I spent like 2 days trying to help him get his lifer cottonmouth. Then the guy threw me under the bus later on that other deal that kind of disrupted everything. Stuff happens, man. Life happens. You get elf ears, you move on. This is what you do. And you have a Merry Christmas. That's what I'm getting at, Jess. That's what I'm getting at. I did see something, I want to say it was from Fry's Critters Lace Monitors. My God, what an awesome lizard. And maybe yours was the last video that I watched that had a lace monitor in it. Fries, I'm not sure. I know I saw a video recently that had a lace monitor in it. When I'm at home, all I'm doing is watching reptile stuff as much as I can. When I'm not doing housework or meeting with builder, contractor people, or swimming pool maintenance or something, believe me, trust me, I'm on YouTube a lot. I want to say a lace monitor would be like a dream snake for me, or a dream snake, a dream lizard to keep. I really got into Gyrosaurus major the last year I was keeping any lizards. That's a Sudanese plated lizard. They're kind of like they look like monitors, but they kind of have the personality of bearded dragons, or at least mine did. And then I just kind of got to where like I want to work with natives, natives only. If and even then, I'm starting to veer away from like working with much of anything, nothing new coming in. Just if I can't get what I've got to breed, I'm just gonna call it a day. I did get a I did get a killer Alterna. I'm not gonna say where from, who from, any of that. I did get a killer Alterna. I'll throw that out there. Ariel, this is a guy that me and Jesse are talking about. I don't want to drag his name into it because there was a lot of drama, but he got told, man, this was the spot. Keep it to yourself. It's like sharing a fishing spot. You don't hook your buddy up with a fishing spot, then he goes off and tells half the county. If he does, you never trust him again. That's like a bond of trust that in the herper world, and to some degree, from what I know of, in the birder world, you don't break that trust. And this dude just has problems. I don't know what it is, but anyway, he leaked it. Yeah, yeah, he put the spot on INAT, which is a, for those who don't know what INAT is, it's a database where you can just pull up things and look up where things are. It has its good uses, it has its bad uses. Jesse, I've been bagged by people on NAFA for like pinning a plain bellied water snake in Okmulgee. Can you believe that, Jesse? I pinned a plain bellied water snake on a road in Okmulgee. Okay, there's millions of them there. Everyone knows they're there. It's like, why have range maps at that point if you're going to be that weird about a very common species? Now, I totally understand something like a speckled king, a milk snake. Uh, you know, exactly. And that's kind of why I got away from the NAFA message boards, is because just, I'm like, that one guy, I don't want to mention his name, but exactly. And if I post stuff, I generally hide it or make sure it's not public. If I post something that's public, it's something that's totally common. And like, I mean, like I had some 9-year-old kid, 10-year-old kid on there, like, man, they're gonna poach the water snakes. They're gonna kill the water snakes. I'm like, you can't be serious. Most of the rednecks in that area kill them anyway because they think they're either copperheads or cottonmouths. And I've stopped some of these rednecks and I've tried to explain to them, look, dude, look, here's the snake you just killed, opening its mouth. I'm whacking my hand with it. I would not be doing this if it were a venomous cottonmouth. I don't care. I'm going to kill him anyway. I'm going to buy some new overalls next month, too. You got to sell down at Atwoods. I mean, you run into some of that attitude. Yeah, but like I've got like freaking these 10-year-old kids on NAFA, and then one of them who has something very similar to INAT came after me, but it's like a paid subscription thing. Don't want to drop the guy's name. Chances are you're friends with him. I don't like him. Once again, I'm not saying he's a bad dude. I just think he prematurely jumped the gun because I think I had a Western rat snake in a Keystone Lake video. Okay, and anybody from the Keystone Lake area knows there's black snakes all over that area. They're just very, very common there. I mean, it's kind of like copperheads. There's rocks, there's water, there's food sources. Of course, they're going to be there. And yeah, it's just kind of like I just kind of got, yeah, I don't want to freaking post there anymore. This group's better off without me. And I understand what you're doing, Jess. Mad respect to you for chasing down a degree on this stuff. Man, I total respect for that. Jesse, that's about me. Okay, I hit up Heath Hallam once in a while. He doesn't get to do a lot because he's just so busy with family. But me and him actually go back a long way. I knew him before like any of the rest of the guys. Um, and I do a lot of solo herping, even out in Western Oklahoma. Um, and it's just kind of like, sometimes you run into some weird stuff out there. You do up in Bartlesville too. Believe me, I've got some things up in Bartlesville I chase around. And you can have the people that like follow you for 6 miles or something, and it's just kind of like, man, dude, just road cruising looking for snakes. I'll wait till you either want to pull up beside me or something. We have words, and I'll just, man, dude, I want nothing to do with your house. Seen any Massasaugas? Then once they find that out, they're like, hell, here's the gate code to my place. Go get all you want. This is nuts. Jess, I tell you what, man, Snakes on the Plains and Pemberton Boys hit Arizona this last summer. I was supposed to be on that trip because of things going on with the house. I was not able to make it. That literally broke my heart. Literally broke my heart because of you saw how much stuff they found. If not, go check out their videos. Or I once it's Pemberton Boys might have the video. Maybe it's Snakes on the Plains. I don't know. Either way, by now, Merry Christmas, everyone. We're closing in on an hour, not quite there yet. Um, I don't really have anything to give away. If anyone's really butthurt, we can. I don't know. I may mail the elf ears to somebody, but they come used. So I might have some of my earwax on them, which means you probably wouldn't want them. Have any CBD gummies in here? Believe me, I know we don't have good ones because, believe me, I'd already take those. Hang on, I'm going to refresh the screen because I am not... What is going on? Is anyone else getting a delay in comments on their YouTube lives or videos? Because Ariel, maybe you can speak to this, Ariel. I just responded to a comment that you left on one of my shorts like 2 weeks ago. Never got a notification. It didn't pop up in studio. I don't know what's going on. I think we're probably the only two that are talking right now, Jesse, because it kind of went field herping direction. Live chat is better than top chat. Know which one I'm in. Good God. I'm seeing others' comments. Okay, Mr. J, thank you for that. Gang, at heart, I'm a field herper. I've got a lot of friends in the captive community. I keep stuff. I do keep stuff. I'm not one of those dudes that's like, man, I'm gonna keep, a bunch of things, but only throw down for field herpers. I throw down for both sides. Hey, that's fine, Jesse, because, man, me and you don't get to talk a lot. Me and Ariel, Mr. J, we get to talk quite a bit. Fry's first time in my chat. I'm glad he's here. He's got a good channel we're checking out. But, and I'm with you, Jess. Natives are where it's at. Just because you don't have to worry about the acclimation problems and things like that. Okay, I keep some croats. I keep some native croats. I've kept some tropical croats. Croats and citrus are going to be where I'm at. I won't keep anything after that. No, wait, take that back. I do have a colony of spotted turtles, Clima scutata. They were captive bred by a guy here in Oklahoma. I will probably either auction those off or sell them at some point to someone who's really crazy about working with them. Probably swing them a deal, because that's just a species that, is threatened on the East Coast. They've lost a ton of habitat. So, I'm all about getting them in the hands of the right people. That's more important than money. If you need one of those gone, let me know. Clima scutata. Maybe we can work out a trade, Jesse, because I tell you, I lost 2 over the summer, and these are probably the ones that I had a colony of 3, and I had a colony. I had 2 that were older. The older ones did fine. I lost two of the younger ones over the summer, and I want to say they I don't know if they caught something. At first, I wondered if it was the heat because the heat was oppressive, but I had them in two different tubs, same conditions, same water quality, same plants, same food, and two of these three died. The third one's doing okay. He's kind of brumating now out in the shed. Hey man, dude, we might be able to put something together, Jess. Because I really don't want to ship him. I don't want to ship this one. The other two I may just hold on to until they pass, because I've had them since like 2010. Um, Guy up here in northeastern Oklahoma stays way under the radar. Cool guy from TTPG, Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group. He has had miraculous luck with, I mean, I know of zoos and zoologists and people who are calling him saying, how did you breed this species? He's had some amazing luck or skill with some very, very rare South American turtle species, Asian box turtle species, the really crazy super rare ones. Guy just, I don't know what his deal is. He just is, he's good. No, I'll just throw that down. Morbids, hey man, thank you for stopping by. It's 2:30 here. Hope I didn't keep you up too late. I just figured I'd go on and do a live and say Christmas giveaway. And if enough people gripe at me about not giving away something, I'll mail my elf ears to somebody. So it'll be elf ears. That's if enough people complain. But I just figured, I don't know, I might catch some traffic off the Christmas giveaway. I, I just honestly, I'm kind of scrapping for time on this channel. I'm kind of at the point where I'm losing time. You YouTubers know what that's about. Been doing a lot of promo for Snakes on the Plains, just because he's racking to get monetized. Pemberton Boys, Jesse, I think you know Pemberton Boys. That dude got picked up by a video production company. I think it's so awesome because he does such incredible work. He just he totally can edit anything. Um, exactly, Ariel. Whatever, Ariel. I agree with you. Whatever works. Yeah, the Pemberton. He's a little crazy, man. I mean, he'll fly a drone through some places I won't. I've been flying longer than him, and he gets some wicked shots. But he's also a risk taker. And man, I'm like, man, that's a $3,000 camera up in the air, and you're doing what with it, But then again, that's how you get those shots. So I'm sitting there thinking I ought to just sell my drones and buy shots from him because, like, hell, it may be cheaper in the long run, and that way we fund his future drones. He has killed a couple of drones. He's not been secretive about it. He's like, no, I tried to do this. I tried to fly it through that gap and lost signal, and drones are expensive things, man. I tell you, I love flying drones. That's another thing that I like to do, fly drones. But it's just dadgum expensive. But yeah, who knows, Jess? Maybe we can do something on a spotted turtle, or maybe one or two. I don't know. It depends on what all you can do. But I will message you my number right after I get off of here. I doubt I'm up much later tonight, so like if I don't hit you back, Jess, nothing personal. I will get back to you though. Trust me on that. But definitely we can put something together. Dirk's Reptiles, where did you go? You may just be letting it play in the background. Mr. J, Fries, guys, I appreciate you hanging out some tonight. It's always good to see a new face in here. It's always good to see a new face. I definitely definitely throw down people when I find out they're supporting me. I turn around and support them. Um, Ariel will be the first to attest to that. We've known each other a long time. Um, Jesse, back to the MRI. Hey, Kurtwood. Merry Christmas. How you doing, bud? Yeah, Arizona is a must go for any herper. I'm like refreshed. I'm seeing more comments now. Um, I found I had a photo from Broken Arrow. Someone sent it to me, and they're like, "We killed this in the backyard." And it's like we're looking at that's like a Great Plains rat snake as an MRI. And I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I was kind of like thinking, I know they've been found in the Okmulgee area. That's no secret. They're just kind of hard to come by. You're going to see 10 westerns for every MRI down there. And I know sometimes you might see one up in Bartlesville. Once again, no secret. Um, and stuff like that. But MRI are just one of those things. If I worked with a native non-venomous, it would be once again, if ever I do work with anything non-venomous again, it will be Pantherophis emerai or bull snakes because I like our native bull snakes. I do like some of the western gopher snake species as well, especially them San Diego, Baja ones, things like that. Desert cola, those are really, really fascinating. Hey, Kurtwood, man, thank you, dude. I'm scrapping for hours over here on this channel. Most of you guys know my other channel that I was hiding went monetized, and then I lost a video that was going viral on it, which kind of sucked because now I've got a monetized channel that produces no money. So I'm still trying to build up this one. So man, I appreciate every thumb click I get, every minute I get watched over here. I definitely definitely appreciate that. So I think I'm going to get out of here for the night. I think my elf ears have had enough of YouTube. I've kind of enjoyed it. I've enjoyed having Jesse here because me and Jesse don't get to hang out a lot. Ariel, Mr. J, no offense, we get to hang out some. I keep a really nice bull right now, by far you know, eh, and that's another thing is natives. I see this a lot in the turtle community, Jesse. Like everybody wants to work with the Southeast Asian species because they're so rare, they're so endangered. I get that, but that means tropical conditions year round. Like my spotted turtles, I generally leave out till it gets down in the 40s at night. Like I generally kind of leave them out before I stick them in the barn. And then I kind of like, the 50s, 60s throughout most of the winter. I wouldn't say they actually hibernate or brumate, but they kind of go through that cooling period and they have no problems. You keep something like an Asian box turtle, just even the basic Cura amboin. I could pronounce this at one time, amboensis, something like that. They're being bred readily in captivity in California, Florida, and Texas, but a lot of other places they're not, and I think climate plays into that. So it's like me, if I ever wanted to keep turtles again, I'd probably do some kind of like native box turtle. Um, I do have a buddy who's keeping alligator snapping turtles, and he's doing it all legit. Filed his paperwork with the state, got his license, went to Missouri, Loggerhead Farms, picked up some stuff. He's cool. Be off for another man. You be in town? You're talking about being in town, right? Either way, man, I'll message you. But gang, I'm going to kill this live. Hopefully, I get some replay hours. Hey, man, I think we can make that. I think we can make that happen, dude. I think we can make that happen. Um, are you in central? Are you at your regular place in central Oklahoma? I don't want to say the town name. If you are, dude, man, I'm going to be in Oklahoma City on Monday, but I'm going to be pressed for time. So it's like going to be get down there, get back. Gotcha, H Town. Gotcha. Okay, I'll hit you up. Yeah, but no, definitely we can work something out. Um, Ariel, thank you for your continued support. I'm going to throw your marathon from earlier today on after I get off here. But man, I'm about ready to go to bed. And gang, once again, like I said, anyone gets worked up about the giveaway, I'll mail you my elf ears. Whoever complains about it gets. Whoever complains about it first gets the elf ears, man. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you for helping me kill a stressful Christmas. So I appreciate you. Um, yeah, Ariel, it was bat guano crazy. Let me tell you. Half the family got sick, couldn't show up. They don't know if they have the stuff. The other half of the family argued about some other stuff, got into it with these people over here. Some extended family showed up. It was just one of those things. It's like, God, I'm about to blow 8 years of sobriety. No joke. I'm about to blow 8 years of sobriety. Hey Jesse, good seeing you, bud. Been a long time no see. We'll hook up, bud. Trust me. Yeah, Ariel, it was absolutely cray cray. Um, and Derek's reptiles, Fry's reptiles. Um, TNT, good to have you. Good to see you. Haven't seen you around in a while, TNT. If you're still hanging with us, no, I've been thinking about you, bro. I haven't been on as much. I was on like every day last year about this time. Just hasn't been the year for it. But gang, Derek's Reptiles, as always, thank you for your support. Appreciate you guys coming in. Um, and gang, thank you for watching. I'm going to step off Black Rose Gin. I'm going to get out to Woods County soon. Believe me, I'll be out there soon. It'll probably be just to film some stuff with the drone and get some other things. But you know me, I don't stay gone too long. So I'll tell the wife you said hey. Tell Chris I said hi. And you be in touch. We'll be in touch. Gang, have a good evening. And if I do not see you, have a Merry Christmas. And remember, no matter how bad they piss you off, don't kill them. You'll go to jail. Believe me, I've thought this through. I've consulted law enforcement. They've told me there's no way around it. You choke the piss out of someone, you go to jail. No matter how much you feel like it. Thanks for watching, guys.